Hello, and welcome back to Cozy Time. I'm your host, Cynthia Blusengarden, and this week we'll be looking at that most elusive white whale. The perfect tea for early spring. I know, you're thinking, how can we possibly provide a definitive solution to such a finicky puzzle? Of course, the winter holidays bring the joys of chocolate and mulling spices, and we all want to sip that rose-petaled goodness for Valentine's Day. But how do we capture the essence of early spring? March may come in like a lion and go out like a lamb, but the weather can be as unpredictable as the tea selection in a conference center. So what's a tea aficionado to do? Of course, we prefer to go to the experts. His most recent monograph on identifying brands of Earl Grey by touch was referenced just last week in Cambridge Tea Journal. William Collins, welcome to Cozy Time.
Please accept my humblest greetings. I find our little chats to be so illuminating.
Mr. Collins, as you know, we're discussing the perfect tea for early spring today. How do you go about selecting the right tea for the season?
Well, first, a drier cold day may call for a crisper profile, as you would find with a classic strongly brewed Twinings Earl Grey.
And what about for a warmer day?
A temperate day in the early spring certainly calls for the slightly sweeter mouthfeel of the Harney & Sons Earl Grey.
And if the weather is cool and humid?
In that case, you would add a dollop of steamed milk to Earl Grey. Stir briskly and sip immediately so as to retain the heat of the tea and the richness of the milk.
Do you have suggestions for teas other than Earl Grey? Just any other tea besides Earl Grey is what I'm saying, Mr. Collins.
I don't understand your question.
Yes, of course, Mr. Collins. You have the answer, Cozy Timers. Early spring calls for Earl Grey. It's our quarterly mailbag episode next week on Cozy Time, so please be sure to write your pressing tea questions on a postcard and send it to Cozy Time, P.O. Box 24601, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 15218. Until then, may your tea be warm and butter cold.